NFL quarterback Vince Young called a press conference today for a very unusual reason. He says a man here in our area is using his name for his own financial gain. Fox 5's Wisdom Martin has been tracking this story all night. Wisdom, what'd you find?
All right, well, Sean, the NFL is investigating this, and apparently it's been going on for a long time in both Philadelphia and D.C.
He looked like Vince Young and talked like Vince Young. So when Jonathan Pastore says he was out in Philadelphia last week hanging out with friends, he thought he was hanging out with the Eagles quarterback.
My girlfriend was probably the most skeptical, asking him all these questions about how old he was, where he went to college. And he was describing things like Georgetown. He was describing Austin and Houston down to a T.
He says they started drinking at one bar, then moved to another bar.
He said a couple of his teammates from the Eagles were down at Mad River down the street, and you want to know if we were going to, check that place out with him.
Jonathan says they hung out for about 3 hours.
Dancing, partying, throwing up the Longhorn symbol like every 5 seconds. Then when we started asking him more questions about his tattoos, about this and that, like proving he's the real Vince Young, he started getting really defensive and said it was weird that we were asking him all these questions. And then, he texted me the next day saying that he wanted to pick me up on that offer for looking into using him for promotion and free food and all that stuff.
Jonathan says he contacted the Vince Young Foundation, and that's when he found out they had been hanging with a fake. He says they told him the imposter had been hanging out in bars in D.C. as well, and he had also been posing at local charities. The real Vince Young held a press conference today to address the situation.
And I want to get out there to the news and everybody in D.C. To keep watch out for this guy, because it's not me, and he's out there perpetrating as me. I heard he has been taking money, taking pictures with little kids at hospitals.
EAG Sports Management, the agency representing Vince Young, says they found out about the impersonator back in June after several women contacted them, saying the fake Vince Young took money from one of them, and the other claims he sexually assaulted her.
Now, Prince George's County Police say at this point they have not gotten any reports of anyone pretending to be Vince Young.